I just saw Good Boy and I was completely taken aback at the phenomenal dog actor Indy. Indy gave a Oscar-winning performance in Good Boy. If you don't know, the premise of this movie is about a man who moves into a new home where there are supernatural forces lurking in the shadows and they start to threaten him. But luckily his brave dog Indy comes to his rescue and protects him throughout this movie. Now, when I say this movie is in the perspective of the dog Indy, it is 100% in the perspective of Indy. So this movie is shot eye level with Indy. So if he's on the ground, we're on the ground. It truly allows you to be immersed into Indy's world because obviously this type of perspective in a film isn't common in horror movies or honestly serious movies. So I feel like this really allowed me to hone in on what Indy is seeing and feeling throughout this entire film. And another thing is there isn't a lot of talking in the film. The only talking we really get is if Indy's owner is on the phone, and it kind of gives us snippets into what is happening and some key information of the backstory of his life, why they're there, and what is going on. Other than that, it's purely noises, creaks, bumps in the night, and that is it. So with the lack of talking and a dog being our main character, we really get pushed into situations that you don't normally get pushed to in a normal horror film with a human, because if there's walking downstairs when no one is home, most likely our main character would go hide. But with Indy, Indy wants to protect the house and his owner, so he's going to go downstairs and check it out. So as the viewer, that's a lot scarier because we know something more sinister is at play. I have to acknowledge the time, effort, and love that went into creating this film. It took over 3 years with only shooting 1 to 3 hours a day to keep a safe and productive work environment for Indy, which I absolutely love. I think when working with animals in film, it's a very tricky subject, and I think a loving director like Ben Leonberg really created that, as well as created an amazing movie. I want to thank Rose over at Pixel Scene Media for letting me view this movie. It is currently in theaters, so please go see it and let me know your thoughts.